If you think that you're not good enough, if you think the competition is too tough, you're right.
Oh,
So
okay.
whatever you think is right. So change your mindset, you know. You are good enough. The competition is not tough enough. It all starts in the mind.
Sure.
So I would say continue to radiate positivity, you know, continue to think positively and continue to move in a way like you know that it's meant to be yours. And when the universe will respond to that and provide you with whatever you want. I'm delusional.
Yeah, you told you
I
delusion.
am extremely delusional, and it has gotten look. It got me on the voice.
I mean, that's how I think most of your success has begun with how much strong belief that you have had within
Oh,
yourself.
something
And secret is coming up. You are
yeah,
getting
something
on.
secret is coming up that I think is going to be super big.
How did your musical journey begin? Now that you have been part of the biggest musical, uh, reality show in the US, but where did all of this begin?
For me, it started as a young child in church. I would sing, you know, with the choirs back in my small town. My mom noticed my musical talents earlier on. I was singing at a karaoke fair, and she heard me, and that was all she wrote.
Oh, so like you started singing at the church, and then your mom figured out that yes, you can sing, and that's how you started being a singer, I would say.
Yes, my mom was my first vocal coach, and she kind of helped me. She wasn't, you know, the greatest singer herself, but she was there
Oh,
to support me
okay,
because she
so
saw
it's
that I loved it.
in the family, I would say.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's lovely. That's really lovely. So I was going through your Instagram and I saw that you attended Weekend's musical performance back in 2019. And like, who were your inspirations? Like the biggest inspirations you have had towards your musical journey?
The biggest inspirations for me have been Tina Turner. Huge fan of her. Selena and Pink as well. I just really I grew up in a house full of very strong, independent women, so
Hmm.
musical influences kind of followed that trend of you know being inspired by women.
That's really lovely to know. I mean, Pink is one of my favorite singers as well. I mean, yeah, and she has such a nice, fierce personality that she puts in her singing, which is very admirable, honestly.
And she's amazing in concert. Have you ever seen her?
I know I haven't had a chance to attend her concerts. I barely attend concerts, but yeah, I do listen to her.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she indeed is. So tell us about like what was your audition for The Voice? Like how did you decide to audition for it?
Well, that's a great story, great question, rather. For me, I actually didn't audition for The Voice. So
Oh.
I used to audition for, you know, American Idol, The Voice a long time ago when I was a kid. And you get told no enough. It's like eventually I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. So I started making TikToks, trying to find my community, trying to sharpen my tool. And the casting department from The Voice reached out to me from my TikToks
Hmm.
and was like, hey, would you like to be a part of The Voice? And I was like, okay. And then, you know, at first I was like, I don't believe it. You know, you get a lot of messages online. It's just like going through the process. So when I finally got the call that said you've been accepted for the cast, I was so excited.
And that's how you begin with the show. Like your TikToks
Yes.
got you noticed and people reached out to you. That's a rather unusual story, honestly. So how has
Yeah.
life changed after the recognition that you have had at like at the Voice?
I mean, it's crazy. It's just because I got a little taste of it with TikTok. I mean, you know, people
Hmm.
would notice you outside, you know, that's a guy with the colorful beards, or, you know, so I got the record, a little taste of it then. I mean, I don't think it's really changed. I think it's changed. My mindset about what I want to do has changed. Just being on that huge platform, it just brings a lot of light into the things that you want to accomplish with your career and what's really possible. So, I mean, I don't really know if it's changed, but I have kind of changed, my mind about what I want to do and what I want to pursue and what I'm capable of doing.
So, what are the new opportunities that landed at your step after you got the recognition with the voice? Like anything new that you must be exploring now?
Well, we have a lot of things that are in the works right now that I'm super excited about. So far, I've done a couple of podcasts. I got a couple of performances scheduled, and there's one thing that I'm working on right now that I'm super excited about. That I can't really talk about, but I'm super excited about it. It's something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, and a lot of the fans that saw me on The Voice wanted to see me doing this type of thing. So
Oh,
I'm super
sure.
excited.
Oh, that's that's just got very interesting. And I was just going through your Instagram, and most of the like the sing off that you have, they are mostly with Britain Moore. So tell us more about like Jay Moore. There's one of the posts that you posted with him, which talked about Jay Moore forever. So yeah, I would like to know more about that.
Jay Moore. So being paired with Britain was super fun and exciting. We didn't really know each other. We've heard about each other, but we really didn't know each other before we got paired up. And I remember us standing in line and like I was like, what? We were going in to find out who our battle partners were going to be, and I was like, what if they pair us together? And then it was a match made in heaven. We were complete opposites. He's an amazing person, and I just wanted to make sure that we created something that was memorable. And I think we did that. So he's forever going to be a part of my family, just like we're all a big family, so we're always going to be there to support each other, even from afar. So, and I know that he's going to have an amazing career ahead of him, and I'm super excited to see what he does with that.
That's really lovely. And the way you both used to sing, it never came across that you were competing against each other. It always felt like you two are just complimenting each other's in the best way and putting out the best performance for the people to enjoy. That was really lovely, honestly, I have to talk about. So like
Yeah.
go ahead, let me know
No,
more.
I was going to say that's exactly what I wanted to have happened with that performance because I know that I still have certain battle performances from previous seasons that I'll pull up and watch to this day. So it was never about, being better than the other person. It was big about creating something beautiful that people can look back on years from now and say, "Hey, this was one of my favorite performances." And I think we did a pretty good job at that.
Definitely. You just made your entire performance and persona over there very memorable for all your fans, honestly. So, Darius, you started performing at the church, and then you have had a very established, I would say, presence on TikTok as well. And then you went on to perform at the biggest musical, like live reality show for the US. So, how different has your experience been? Like, were you more nervous, more conscious about yourself while you were performing at the stage for the voice compared to how you performed while you were performing for the TikTok and the church?
Oh no, no, I wasn't. For me, I didn't go into the process thinking that it was anything other than a reality TV show. So
Hmm.
I understood that it was a reality TV show first and a singing competition second. So, and when you've heard no so many times, it's like I just wanted to make sure that I had fun because you never knew when the experience was going to be over. So I wanted to make sure that I created memories and I had fun and I just lived in the moment. I was living in my favorite place in the world, California. That's where they film. And
Definitely.
I was just having a good time.
So yes, that's really lovely. Who did you think was the most tough competitor for you on the show that you felt like, okay, this person does give me a tough competition to begin with?
Who do I think my biggest competition was? I mean, everyone was extremely talented. the whole entire cast of 27 was extremely talented. I knew that from the very beginning, Britain was one of my favorites. Britain's
Mhm.
definitely someone that sounded like somebody that I listen to all the time. You know, he sounds like everybody on my playlist. So, and he's beautiful. So, so definitely. But I would say the person who I kind of knew was going to always win, and I still do think this person is going to win. We found out tonight is Lucia.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. That's really good to know. So, now that you have been a singer for quite a long time, and there might be some phases where your creativity might feel a less compared to some other days. So, how do you like reignite yourself in those days where you might really not be feeling like singing?
I mean, I would say lean into that. Like music is a feeling. So like if you don't feel like singing, that may be your body telling you that, to rest. And as artists, it's important for us to understand that it is just as important to rest and recharge as it is to keep going. So, whenever I'm feeling like energetically I can't create, like I lean into that and I just take a nap. Watch some
That's
movies, like relax and recharge.
Okay, so now that you talked about what you do in your break time, what are the few other favorite activities of yours that you like doing apart from singing?
Ah, I'm a huge fan of just binge watching TV.
Oh.
Like I was actually just doing that. Like I love watching new TV shows, watching movies. I was a fan of exercising. I got to get back on top of that. Like I lost so much weight for the show, but just being in a different time zone for so long, it kind of threw me off, and I never got back on top of that. But yeah, just, movies, TV. I'm
Taking
definitely
a
the guy
nap
for
is
that.
taking a nap is everybody's favorite, I would say.
Yeah,
Everybody
and
enjoys.
taking a nap. Listen, they will tell you I'm the king of taking a nap. I can take a
Oh,
nap anywhere, anytime. If it hits me, it's over.
that's a superpower, honestly, for people with
It is,
sleep.
and I'm a superhero.
Apparently. So that you have been a singer and has had a very wide following on TikTok, and I believe that there are multiple people who are your fans, but you might also get those unwanted, I would say, criticism and feedbacks that does not really sit right. So how do you like, if I'm asking a fair question, how do you tackle through trolls and unwanted comments on social media, if any, that?
Well, I mean, I don't know how other people may handle them, but I always have time. Like it's like I honestly think it's quite funny because I'm a type of person where I have a very dark sense of humor. So I think it's funny. I will say that it was challenging because like I got a lot of that online.
Hmm.
Just and it wasn't for, a lot of it wasn't for what I was doing,
That's
performing. It was for who I was, which was
that's
like
that's true.
insane to me. But I say like you gotta let it roll off of your back like water on the duck's back. Don't do what I do because I will be in the comments going back and forth with you because it's like I have time. I'm fully rested.
You have had enough naps.
Yeah, I got enough naps. I got time for this.
No, I mean it's a good way to actually get back at trolls by actually like letting them know that how horrible they have been in the comment section because ignoring them always is not a very wise idea, I
It's
would believe.
not because I'm just you're in a world, you're in a generation where people kind of feel like their opinion matters more than it actually does.
Hmm.
So it's just like honestly, it doesn't bother me so much when it comes from me, but when it's more so hurtful when I see it happening to my friends when we work so
Hmm.
hard to create these pieces of work, and it's so hard to put yourself out there. I think that if anything, I would want to make anyone who goes out of their way to post something negative aware of that. Like it takes a
Hmm.
lot of courage to put yourself out there. And
That's totally.
you know, yeah, to anybody that's dealing with that kind of stuff, my advice is to go look at their profile page and look at their profile picture and you'll feel okay. 9 out of
So
10 times.
isn't loved enough at home.
They don't just act like a troll, they look like one.
Oh God. Amazing. me come back to have, like, honestly, like, this is, you should definitely get back at trolls. Anybody who asks me, I'm like, yeah, get back at them. They're just unloved people at home, so you should let them know. Okay, so, like, Darius, like,
Sometimes.
can you tell us, like, can you run us through your songwriting process as to where do you draw your inspiration from? How do you finally write it, and how do you, like, prepare to perform it?
For me, like it's like I believe in, the songwriting process being a collaboration from the very start. And the first collaboration is between you and the production, whoever made the production. Like, so I pick a production that I like, which is typically like an acoustic guitar strings, and I just listen for whatever story I feel is already there. And I feel like that's what makes me different is most people are trying to they already have a preconceived narrative that they want to portray, and they're willing to put that in any place that they feel it'll fit. Whereas I want to listen to what's already there and kind of tell the story that the producer or the person who made that mix, was, you know, meant to be told. So I think that's what makes me a little different. And then, I like I do with anything, I tell the story through my body. Songwriting and performing is more than just your voice. Like, we have
Hmm.
so many other tools to kind of portray a story or tell a story, and I try to use everything.
What are some of these advices that you would like to give to the aspiring artists who, for whatever reason, might feel that they're not good enough, or maybe the competition out there is too tough for them to actually make a mark?
I would say if you think that you're not good enough, if you think the competition is too tough, you're right.
Oh,
So
okay.
whatever you think is right. So change your mindset. You are good enough. The competition is not tough enough. It all starts in the mind.
Sure.
So I would say continue to radiate positivity. Continue to think positively and continue to move in a way like that it's meant to be yours. And when the universe will respond to that and provide you with whatever you want. So if you continue to tell the universe that you're not good enough, you're going to continue to feel like that.
That's
Start
that's
here and everything
that's
else will
how.
follow.
So you first advice would be to have a very strong manifestation and belief that yes, you are capable of doing what you really think.
Yes,
That's
whatever you believe is right. And if you believe that you're not good enough, you won't be. But if you believe that you are,
that's exactly the philosophy that you follow in your life and music career.
yeah, I'm delusional.
Yeah, you
I
delusional.
am extremely delusional, and it got me on the voice.
I mean, that's how I think most of your success has begun with how much strong belief that you have had within yourself, and you have believed
Yeah.
that yes, you can do it, and well, you have done it, honestly. So, what new
It-
can we be looking forward to from Darius J now?
like I said, I'm super excited. There's something in the works
Something
right
secret
now
is
that
coming.
I'm
Yes.
talking. What was that?
Oh, something secret is coming up. You are
Yeah,
getting
something
on.
secret is coming up that I think is going to be super big. I'm finalizing everything with that right now, but you can still follow me, listen to my music on Spotify, Apple Music. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok at Pimpad Magic, and just stay tuned.
Lovely, that's lovely, Darius. It was really lovely talking to you, and I wish you all the best. And yeah, there are a lot of advices that I'm taking along with myself. First is being delusional, then wishing it some, and yeah, getting back at your trolls. So it was really lovely talking to you. I wish you all the best and looking forward to all the new music that you put out for us.
Thank you for having me, and I wish you the best as well.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.